its Sidewinder heat-seeking missile first. Then, a Sparrow radar-guided missile. There was a fireball.
That's a Mig-21. That's a Mig-21.
Hi guys, and welcome back to the Storming Cellar. Today we're going to talk about the A-18C Hornets, which is a single-seat fighter attack aircraft and it was used during the Iraq War. Now their mission on this particular day was strictly a bombs on target mission, which turned into an air-to-air engagement with a couple of Mig-21s and then proceeded on to their bombing mission. So let's go ahead and take a look at this video and I'll give my comments as we go along.
On the first daylight raid, a flight of 4 carrier-based F-A-18Cs from the aircraft carrier Saratoga were approaching their target, an airfield codenamed H3 in western Iraq, when one of the Saratoga's E-2 Hawkeye radar aircraft spotted 2 bandits 15 miles ahead.
The Hawkeye spotted 2 bandits 15 miles ahead. I believe that's a little unusual for an AEW aircraft or airborne early warning aircraft to be that close to enemy fighters. However, the E-2, which I had several flights on during the USS Enterprise, is definitely a force multiplier for the carrier air wing and is a critical component providing eyes in the sky for fighter aircraft.
They were loaded down with 2,000-pound bombs, but unlike previous Navy aircraft, Hornets were designed to go from the ground attack role to the dogfight role with just a flick of the switch.
I think that might be a little oversimplification. The Navy aircraft are heavy as far as fighter aircraft go. They have the stronger and heavier landing gear for carrier landings, and now these F-A-18s are loaded down with 2,000-pound bombs. This is definitely not optimum for a dogfight unless they drop their bombs, and I foresee missile shots as their only real answer to an air-to-air engagement in this scenario.
Bandit, 230, 30 miles. New picture, Bandit, 190, 20 Manny. Take left wing, Mongo, not spread, better wing, get out of my way. Bandit, 240, 14, hot. Hot on the aircraft, 235, 30 from Manny. 304 Bandit is.
Great job by the Hawkeye's naval flight officers who called off the bandits at 30 miles. But I'm assuming they saw them well over 150 miles out, giving the F-18s plenty of time to track, lock, and fire their missiles.
Would it fare as well as the Air Force Strike Eagles that had downed 3 Mirage F-1s and 3 Mig-29s on the first night of the war?
Bandit Manny, 185-25, southbound.
Then, Lieutenant Commander Mark Fox got a lock on one of the 2 Mig-21s, and 2 of the other 4 pilots did as well. Both groups of aircraft were approaching each other at Mach 1.2.
It's interesting that they compared the F-A-18s on this mission to the F-15E Strike Eagles because both of them flew pretty much the same missions. They were both capable of air-to-air, but their primary missions were dropping bombs. And the F-18s in particular in this scenario is that most of the missions during the Iraq War were air-to-ground.
Supersonic speed.
200 radar contact on my nose, Mach at 28,000. Aircraft in position 17035. 200 bogey on the nose, 28,000, 7 miles. Take 21. EID. Target locked. Trail section, stand by for BID. Coming down my nose, right side, Mach.
Fox's Hornet fired its Sidewinder heat-seeking missile first. Then, a Sparrow radar-guided missile. There was a fireball.
That's a Mig-21. That's a Mig-21. Yep, that's confirmed.
Then his wingman fired a second missile, and there was a second fireball.
I don't know who I admire more, the great job of the F-18 pilots or the poor sap kamikaze pilots flying the Iraqi Mig-21s. Let's face it, the MiG-21s are Vietnam-era aircraft, and while an excellent adversary to the F-4 Phantom, which was flown by the Air Force, Navy, and Marine Corps during Vietnam, it was totally outmatched by these Hornets.
Throughout the engagement with the MiGs, the Navy aircraft kept their bombs. And following their 2 kills, Lieutenant Commander Fox and his wingman rejoined the other 2 Hornets and continued with their bombing attack.
As I mentioned in the previous video, where an Air Force pilot had got into a turning dogfight with a MiG-29, these Hornet dudes locked up the MiGs, shot their AIM-7 radar-guided missiles, and then rejoined with their flight to proceed on to their bomb run as if no big deal. Another day at the office.
The whole battle had taken less than 40 seconds and is believed to have been the first time that an aircraft has scored an air-to-air kill while carrying bombs. As the 4 F-18s peeled away from the Iraqi airfield and headed south, they could see 2 columns of black smoke rising up from the desert where the MiGs had crashed, hitting the ground in the same relative formation as when they were shot down. These 2 kills were the Navy's only confirmed air-to-air kills of Iraqi fixed-wing aircraft.
Again, the only air-to-air engagement resulting in a kill while carrying bombs, which means they were strictly deployed as bomb droppers during the Iraq War.
This was it. The Hornet could fight its way to a target, brush aside the opposition, and then bomb with precision.
Bottom line is that if you have airborne early warning to detect and track enemy aircraft, there shouldn't be any reason for a superior aircraft like the Hornet to engage BVR or beyond visual range against a 3rd or 4th generation fighter adversary. Now, air-to-air engagements get a little more hairy when your 2 ship is outnumbered in a 2V mini enemy aircraft. For example, 2 Hornets against 4 MiGs or 6 MiGs or 8 MiGs. I think you get the point here.
They said it couldn't be done. Combine offense with defense. But the Hornet did it and did the Navy proud. The F-18 Hornet has shown its sting.
Great job by the Hornets. Okay, that wraps it up for this video. I hope you enjoyed my take on the F-18 Hornets versus the MiG-21 fish beds. If you did, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. If you have any comments, please leave them below. I'd like to hear from you. Until next time, make sure your takeoff and landings equal.